Hey guys, Richard at Ride and Dream here, doing my latest review, back in the living room, this time with my new Xbox Series X plugged in. It's my current games list, a few things queued up and downloading, but god, having a 1TB hard drive after the 500GB Xbox One is amazing. So yeah, so on to the new Series 2 episode, episode 4, The Girl in the Fireplace. So, like I said before, this is a good episode. It's enjoyable enough, but I've always felt it's massively overrated. I mean, I don't know if it's because it did something new at the time, which was basically different time, time working differently. So basically the plot is the Doctor, Rose and Mickey are on a space station, and they basically Doctor makes contact with this, as the title goes, Girl in the Fireplace in 1700s France, and talks to her. He's able to travel through time using this fireplace where it just sort of rotates around so he can go through, and these clockwork droids are basically just interested in her, and then he goes back and she's much older. So yeah, it's like time's passing at the normal rate for him. That'll come up massively in an episode in Series 6 called Girl Who Waited, which is a great one. Not really much in Moffat, but yeah, it reminded me a lot of that one. So yes, it's all about Doctor ending up in this girl's place in different times, and also him falling in love. Which is an interesting idea, because I've never thought the Doctor should, be asexual or anything like that, but you should only fall in love with somebody where there's a massive connection or someone really special. I suppose she sort of does that. She seems no more special than anyone else, but there's definitely a connection where he's using this time or power to get into her head, and she can read his mind and takes him off to dance. Wait for it to not be too obvious what's going on, I guess. So yeah, there's definitely a connection there, so I'll admit that. And basically, yeah, it's all about stopping the clockwork droids while Mickey and Rose are kind of in their time being harassed by them as well. And basically, it ends where they get defeated. He eventually ends up when the woman Renette, or Madame de Pompadour, I think she's the king's consort, is at age 37. Finally stops the clockwork droids once and for all. He seems to be trapped there, because they have to, when the droid shut down, it stops the time window, but there's enough of the original one left for him to get back. But it means he can, when he comes back again, it's much later and she's died. It's not much later, because she's only, I think he said 43. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame. And there's a moment where, I think is it the king or someone else gives her a letter that she's wrote. So yeah, it's quite sad. It's well done. So yeah, good episode. I just don't know if it's the whole time travel thing or something else, which is why everyone loved it so much, or maybe it's just the love story, like I said before. Obviously Davies did love the love story angle with Rose and the Doctor, and obviously it did get a lot of fans. Maybe it's a similar thing here. So yeah, it's enjoyable enough. Good episode, but I would never put this anywhere near the top 10. Hell, I wouldn't definitely I'll put it in the top 30 of new Doctor Who. So yeah, it's a good episode. Rose is actually fairly likeable. It helps that Mickey's there, because they kind of have their own adventure. Again, I don't know if they're a couple or friends or not. I'm leaning towards friends at this point, but it's still hard to tell. But yeah, it's enjoyable enough. Good episode, not amazing. Certainly not the worst of the series 2, but I'll put it in the bottom half anyway. So yeah, decent story. Doctor finds love. He ends up again to go and meeting this girl, but she gets older at different times of her life. But in the end, he's too late and can't just go back because of how time travel works. So it's a good episode. A bit must even Moffat his second one, and again, a lot of people praise it. I think maybe because Moffat's the writer. I don't know. To me, it's the weakest of his 4 stories for Rusty Davies' era Doctor Who. So yes, that's it then. Not a huge amount to talk about this. Might be a short video I've done, except for that. So children need one. But that's it. So see you next time. This is for the Cyberman episode. So see you then. Bye.